Free to Succeed, Season 2, Raid, Shadow, Legends. Sitting on some energy, and I don't know where it came from. Edition. I got my Gerda frags yesterday. Where did this energy come from? I swear, before I went to bed, I used the rest of my energy. So I have no idea where that energy came from. But maybe there was a pack when I logged in and I overlooked it or something. Anyway, GG, we'll take it. We've got a lot of food to make and a lot of Minotaur to farm, so that's pretty much all we've been doing. Is just back on the food trail. Just trying to get food made. We got a lot of champs we want to build, a lot of things we want to do. I did put a few more books into Wallmaster. He now needs one more to be done, and then we can move on to the next champ that we want to book. So we have a progressive going on right now, which does not tempt us at all. So we want to let our shards pile back up a little bit anyway. Other than that, we're just staying on top of things. I got a little more 3v3 to do this week. I'm wondering if maybe... we had another really close week for getting into Silver 2, and it's like I was in green in the last 15 minutes or so, and then got bumped out. We just could not seem to hold on to it. So I think until I get around to building some other 3v3 teams, I'm going to hold off on trying to push up to Silver 2. Because this week I actually tried. Like I was kind of paying attention to it all week. And I just don't know if our teams are going to be able to do it. It seems like when we get to a certain point, our defenses start getting fed to people a lot more. And we take a couple hits and get knocked down. And it's just aggravating. So I think until I make time to build some other teams, we're just going to have to be stuck here for a while. And that's just going to have to be the way that is. Iron Twins Force. I need to make sure I get this when it's open. It's open. Let's do that real quick. I wonder if, I mean, I would think I have a better team here now. But if these guys can do it, then I'll just let them do it. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know how far we'll get into the Marius missions before we start hitting. Like, I would imagine that the walls in there are going to be live arena walls, right? I would think that's where the live arena missions would be. A few of you let me know that, like, once you get up into silver, someone showed me that once you get into silver, you can't be demoted back to bronze with a loss, which I thought was interesting because I thought that's not what it said, but maybe you can't lose silver with a loss. Maybe you only lose silver by decaying, by not playing it. But anyway, that's good to know. And then I think someone else said that you gain 5 points for a win, but you only lose 1 point for a loss in silver. So it's still a little bit easier to climb as long as you're winning, you know, I mean, I guess more than 1 out of 5. So maybe there's some hope in the longer term for us to make it to gold. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how competitive I expect silver to be versus bronze. Bronze feels very much like it feels very hit or miss in the way that 3v3 arena does. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you'll see some teams in 3v3 that you think, yeah, I could probably beat them. And then most of the time it's stuff that you see and you're like, well, I don't even know why we're paired up against each other. I've ended up in some fairly ridiculous fights. Which I get it. They're also in bronze. Maybe they also just haven't been doing live arena, so I'm sure to some degree that's avoidable. But again, I feel like also people have said that bronze will feed you a bot after a couple of losses. I don't know if silver does that as well, but that would be pretty handy, honestly. If there's going to be missions that if you're like gated out of certain missions, then I think that would be pretty handy. If there's no like wall to progression through a certain list of rewards or something, then I don't guess it's as big of a deal. But all right, 200 gold from clan quests. which reset in 6 hours and 11. Oh, 6 days. Oh, they've reset now. Okay, I thought they reset this evening for some reason. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I always try to catch these because these are real nice to have, but what's something else we think we can do reasonably? Ogren. Will I get around to Ugo in the next 7 days? She might be next because I did glide. Yeah, all right. Maybe we'll get around to that one. We'll take that. And then, what am I losing my voice or something? And then, I'm sure I'll do this. All right, that'll work. I got to jump in on my main and select some as well. How am I doing on XP boost? I think I'm good. I think I got 3 from, I think it was Live Arena. Live Arena rewards. Yeah, I just got those. So we're good on XP boost for a minute. So back to the old food grind it is, I reckon. So I think Ugo's next in line. And then from there, I think it's either Shayak or Seeker from there. Seeker, I'm like more in a hurry to do now because I have the 6-star soul for him. So maybe I need to not just rush him simply because of that. The prospect of having a champ that I would actually use with a 6-star soul is just kind of exciting. Shayak I wanted to try out for what MTG Jedi was talking about for Hydra. That sounded pretty interesting. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure Ugo's next, but then from there, I'm not real sure. We'll have to see. Have to see how we're feeling, I reckon. I'm probably just going to do this in RSL Helper in a little bit. So, yeah, what is today? Today's the 23rd. It really seems like any day now. Today's good. It's Wednesday. For a second, I thought it was Tuesday, and I was like, no. All right, it's Wednesday. So, Thursday is usually when CCs get their news. So, maybe tomorrow or the next day for me. I would think they'd be announcing a Halloween fusion sometime soon. Assuming, I mean, yeah, it's about time for a fusion anyway. Halloween's rolling around. It would be interesting to see what kind of effort they put into the Halloween event this year. This ends in a day and 12 hours. I wonder if they'll do an event dungeon. They should. They should. They should do some new events, an event dungeon. New champs. They've still yet to capture what they did in the first Halloween event with when they released like Ceres, Brachus, Monster, and Harvest Jack. That's a solid squad of champs to add. And Ceres has continued to be among my favorite champs in the game, so that's pretty interesting. She should even be. Hey, it reset my favorite champs. Why did it do that? Because I like him, but he's not one of my favorite champs. Don't be silly. Don't be silly and stupid. She's up there. Who else? I really like Sun Wukong. I really like Wither. And Elva. I do like Drakgul. Let's put Drogul in there. Why not? And how about who up here? Who up here do I like the most? I like Mithrala. I like a lot of them. It's hard. We're gonna show Wither some love. We'll probably come in and swap these out at some point, but it'll also probably reset it again at some point and put just one champ in there. So. Yeah, I guess that'll do it for today. I'm gonna go farm some food and get ready for the stream. Again, if you want to come hang out, we'll be playing some more off the grid today for an extended amount of time. Twitch.tv/JGigs. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're doing any progressive summons, I don't know that I would advise it, but if you're doing them, good luck. I hope you get what you're after, and I'll see you guys later.